Good evening and welcome to the Trance channel transmission. So thank you for joining me. I can see there's a few people on here already. Sorry, there's a little notification up there that can go away. So I trust that everyone can hear me. Everything's operating well from this end. Hi, Kylie. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Michelle. Um, how are we all feeling? So it is the peak of the Lions Gate tonight. So interesting how this transmission has landed in that space. Hi, Robin. I am well, thank you. Been tired. It's been. Hi, Mark. Nice to see you. Um, Excellent. Hi, Carol. Hi, Denise. We've got a few people I haven't seen here for a while, so that's really good. Yeah, Lionsgate. So, Lionsgate is a period in time, a galactic alignment, really, that is happens every year around the 8th of the 8th, and it starts before the 8th of the 8th. That's where it kind of peaks and then moves through till the 12th of August. So it's about a spiritual alignment where we receive a higher increase of light and ascension codes. And it's in the sign of Leo. So it's all about heart space. And it's really there for you, for your advancement. Now, along with any kind of ascension and upgrade, we can sometimes feel a little flat. So, because we're purging and clearing out a lot of densities, so it can be a challenging space to navigate. And sometimes when we're leveling up, we can feel really heavy before that actually happens. So, I know for me personally, I've had a lot going on, but energetically, I woke up this morning and everything just felt clearer. It felt like there was space, and even the dream state has been incredibly busy over the last couple of weeks, to the point where I'm having dreams and just going, you know what? I'm not even going to bother trying to remember that, because they are really out there, like really, really strange and weird and even a bit dark, some of them. So I've just gone with it and just allowed it. But this morning I woke up feeling it was like my sleep state was even more peaceful as well, because my brain didn't feel as active in the morning. So, how have you guys been feeling? Have you noticed the shift? So, I noticed a very significant shift this morning. Lots of us are really busy doing collective work. So, not only are we going through our own ascension processes and clearing our own stuff, we're actually doing a lot for the collective as well. So, when there's a surge of collective energy, as in fear or whatever the collective's got going on, there's a lot of us that are processing that. So, it's really important to clear your energy field, and that way you'll understand and become familiar with the authenticity of your own energetic field. So you'll begin to understand what that looks and feels like. And then you'll be able to differentiate between what is acquired and what is coming from within. So, okay, Alan's a bit weary after a busy afternoon in the garden. Well, the garden sounds like a great place to be, because you're anchoring and grounding, and that's a really perfect space. And the earth is so beneficial in helping you to clear stuff as well. So I just want to, while I've got you all here, just do a couple of announcements, and then we'll get stuck into the evening. So last week, okay, Kylie's got turmoil is a word that comes to mind. We might go back a little bit later and we'll have a look at if people have questions regarding their own lives, or even general questions. The first part of this, I was wondering how we were going to, or how I was going to create the space, because the reading side of things has come in for me. and it's not something that is new to me. It's something that I've done for quite some time, but Spirit's honing it in and getting me to offer readings now. So this space opened up organically for that to happen. But then I wanted to honor and acknowledge the fact that it is the trance channel transmission space, which is all about me connecting with high dimensional beings of light to help you connect with those high dimensional beings of light, where there'll be a transmission, and that transmission is for your ascension and for your healing and your releasing. So I didn't want to take away from that space, because that work is incredibly important to me. So last week, if anyone was on the live, I was kind of talking it out, and Spirit was talking to me at the same time. So this is going to be a shared space now. So we will have a little bit of readings, a little bit of talking, and then a little bit of the trance channel transmission. Now, for me, it is quite a space to shift from, but I'm up for the challenge, and it always works. So we'll just go for it. Okay, so my announcements are: I am available for soul guidance readings. So they're currently sitting at 40 minutes for $70. I am what did I do here? Sorry. Hide. I offer classes. So if you really enjoy the trance channel transmission at the end of this segment, I have this saying: we don't do light and fluffy, we do the deep soul work. So if you are interested in continuing your journey, I offer classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays online at 6 p.m. They go for an hour and a half, and they're $24. Now, Spirit will dictate what happens. I will tune in, receive the information or a snippet of it, a little bit like getting a brief, and then everything will be from them, directed by them. The words are them. They just use this body for the work. What else do we have coming up? So I have been busy. I was at Wollongong at Unanderra. What's today's date? What's the 8th of the 8th? So I was there at the end of the month, so the 30th and the 31st of July, for a living wellness event. So that was really good, and it was fantastic to connect with new people and new exhibitors. But what I have coming up is the Living Wellness and Psychic Expo. So it is in Bathurst. As you locals know, we are here every March and every August. Sunday the 21st of August, it is running from 10:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. It is $8 entry and $5 concession. So if you're one of the first 50 through the door, you'll get one of our little Living Wellness promo bags that are full of special offers and discounts that you can either redeem on the day or in the future. And I do suggest, if you want readings, that you arrive early. Last time we booked out in just over an hour. Okay, all readings were booked. So we have a spirit guide artist, we have a aura camera lady, we have healings, we've got all of our beautiful retailers and some new retailers. And we have free stage presentations for your entertainment. You get pass outs so that you can go and have some lunch. You can come back, so you can plan your day. You can book your reading, you can book your healing, you can decide when you're going to shop and when you're going to listen to the stage. So it is really a day to relax, explore, and connect. So we hope to see you there. The other thing that we've got coming up is the night before. Now, these ladies are on stage for one night only. So it's called Whispers from Spirit, Connecting with Your Loved Ones Past. And we've got the very well-respected and talented psychic pinup, Donna Young, and Elizabeth Bratcher joining us. So the show is pretty lengthy. You get a lot. I will be doing a trance channel to kick off the night. And then each of the mediums will be taking the stage for 45 minutes, and there'll be little 15-minute intervals in between. So if you want to book with these ladies, all bookings are open for these ladies. pre-bookings for Living Wellness is already full. But if you want to guarantee yourself a reading with these ladies, I suggest that you grab yourself a ticket to the show and then you can book any time. So they're operating from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. on Saturday, the 20th of August. And the show is from 6 till 9:15. So that's at Panthers Bathurst as well. I think that's it for my announcements. So I might go through and have a look at your comments and see if anyone's got any questions that they would like, any future direction or whatever you've got going on. And I'll tune in and see what comes up. Okay. Bit wary after bit. Okay, so Kylie says turmoil is a word that comes to mind. Is there anything else you want to add to that? Um, um, so it does feel like you're going through an energetic shift, an energetic change is what's going on. The outside feels really chaotic, but on the inside, there's this real, you may not be feeling it, but it feels really solid, really anchored. Um, and I know it can seem like the world is falling apart, but more often than not, things are shifting and changing because it's for the betterment of you and for your way forward. Guidance about your kids. How many kids have you got? I've got that there's, sorry, I tend to doodle while I'm doing this. I'll just see if I've got permission to check in with them. They do feel a little displaced at the minute. And I would say that they're kind of not sure whether they're Arthur or Martha at the minute. Now, bear in mind that these energies are, oh, cool, three. I was getting three. Just bear in mind that these energies affect the kids as well. And we forget that because we're going through our own process. But the kids are very attuned and susceptible to these energies as well. They do feel like they're a little higgledy-piggledy, that they're a little bit all over the place at the minute. Um, You've got one that is a little larger than life, a little quite a character, and is a lot more outgoing than the other two, is what I feel. And it does feel like that child is more of a leader of the pack and could potentially get the other two in a little bit of hot water, because there doesn't feel like there's any limits or boundaries with that child. It's part of their personality to push boundaries. So mine are a little older now, so I've been through all of that, which is good. Um, so what I'm hearing is that it's just about that stability, about them knowing what's happening next, about um, not leaving them in the dark regarding, not giving them all the adult information, but just giving them enough that they feel secure in what's coming up for them. So it would be in their interest to know, okay, on Thursday we have a doctor's appointment, on Friday you've got sport, on Saturday we're going to go to the park. Now the thing is that when you tell kids that you're going to do something, you really need to stick to it, because that's one thing that they will remember, the one time that you don't stick with it. So for me, what's coming up for you is about some stability. That's what would help them not be so all over the place. Does that make sense for you? I hope that does make sense for you. Okay, let's go back up. Oh, okay. Robin's had sleep disturbances. You know what? Last night was the first night that I actually slept and didn't I'll just adjust my seat. Didn't need to wake up in the middle of the night and stay awake for an hour or an hour and a half. So that's all got to do with the energetic alignment that's going on. Carol ate a lot today. Sometimes we need to eat more than other days, and that's okay. So just go with that. Okay, Karen saw me at Wollongong. Excellent. Well, thank you for jumping on. Okay, Karen, other Karen, I'm feeling very flat at the moment. I don't feel like I'm doing anything different, but feel like I am dragging my feet. Sleeping okay, but dreaming a lot about a different house. Well, that is exciting. It is time to purge the old. So I do know your situation. The dream state is letting you know that it's coming and potentially coming a little bit sooner. There's this feeling that while I know that you're ready for it, it will almost come as a surprise to you. So what it will do is just it will trigger everything that needs to be cleared in order for you to leave. So this is the heads up that they're giving you, that there's a little bit more that will come up when that house arrives and that it's time. Okay. Now, I know that you're familiar with working through these spaces of up, down, and all around. Just know that it will pass. I'm just feeling your energy, and it almost feels all in the legs, like the legs are really heavy. Yeah. And I'm also going to say the word monkey on your back. So I want you to have a look at who or what is around you that feels like a monkey on your back. And then I know you have the ability to work energetically to clear that. But it does feel like you're carrying more than your own stuff at this moment. So I hope that helps you, Karen. Excellent, Kylie. I'm glad that helps you. God bless our little kidlets. Mine was up in Queensland with his 21st birthday. So, yeah, it's really nice to be on the other side. Blake. Keep waking up at 1:05 on the dot. Not sure if that's just a routine I've gotten my body into or if it means anything. By all means, please look up 105. There'll be 105 angel numbers. You can also add all those digits together. The 0 tends to amplify whatever it's next to. So if it was a 10, it it you need to take the 1 and consider the amplification of the 1 energy before you reduce it down to that single digit. Now, that will come out as a 6. So you can look up the 6 energy as well. The 6 obviously comes after the 5. I just kind of went, duh. Yeah, and the 6, just as a keyword, is about community. So just do your own research and allow Google to be your friend and guide you to where the information is that you need, that's relevant for you, because you can look at it from numerology. You can also look at it from the angel numbers. So just see what fits for you. Part of it will be routine because you are familiar with that. The other part of it is that this is a moment after you've been asleep. Sometimes I feel like you get to bed a little bit late. So it feels like you haven't been asleep for too long, like only kind of like 2 hours or less than 2 hours. And it's part of when your body when you're coming back into your body. So remember that there's no time and space up there, and it is only here. And I wake up numerous times as well. And sometimes it's very distinct that it is about me coming back into my body. So I've been busy doing stuff. We all work on those higher levels, all of us. It doesn't matter whether you're doing the work here or not. Excellent. Thanks, Blake. I usually fall asleep at 11. Well, that's what I was saying. It was like within 2 hours. So you actually hadn't been asleep for long. They would like you. I don't even know what you're doing at the moment job wise, but I feel like you're interacting with people quite a lot during the day. There's a lot of exchanges, a lot of interactions. They would like you to start cleansing your energy field. Now, you can call me if you want to, and I can help you with that. But simply using the violet light and just visualizing that there's violet light all around you and that it's moving through your energy field and it's just picking up any debris, any residue that you've picked up from other people. And it's also releasing any cords or threads or attachments that you've connected with people. Because even at the end of the day, after talking with my kids or my best friend or whatever, I don't need to be energetically attached to them. You just want to deal with your own energy, not anybody else's. So it can be a positive interaction or maybe a not so positive interaction. So they would like you to work on clearing your energy field in whatever way suits for you. Google it if you want to Google it. Ring me if you want to ring me, and I can help you more through that if you like. Alrighty. So I hope that helps. I'm just going to go up the top. Oh, Mark, any step is the right step. You know that. For me, it's been nice energy. That's really good to hear. The door is open for sure. Yes, it has, quite massively. And I feel like a lot of people are almost going to be surprised by how easy the next, and I can't believe I'm saying this, given I know all the other stuff that's going on, but how easy the next kind of steps are for those of us that have our eyes open. I have a new job I am moving into. Was it the right step? I can't tell you whether it's right or wrong because any decision is the right decision because it leads you into another space for learning. Now, I can tune in. Okay, thanks, Blake. I can tune in. Okay, so now I've met you, Mark, and you're a beautiful man, but you've got a very large energy. And I have a feeling like the large energy is not always received in the heartfelt intention of where your energy comes from. That more often than not, especially in places that aren't necessarily heart based or spiritually aligned, that people don't get you is really. So that's the only thing I'm seeing is that maybe it'll take a while for you to kind of find your groove with the people, or more so that they need time to find their groove with you, because I feel like you're okay. But that's the only thing that's really coming up is that. You can let me know if that's something that normally happens for you. But as far as your decision, it's always the right decision. Definitely going to be a fun time moving forward. And I like that analogy. New learnings are always good. Excellent. Thank you. And yeah, if you want to give me any feedback on that, that would be great. But that's all I'm perceiving is that it's just about people, um, because you open people up. And sometimes that can be challenging for people because, and you do this naturally. It's not that you're trying to pry anyone open. It's that your energy naturally um, offers the space for people to kind of go, oh, I can be open and I can show people more of myself because hang on, this guy's doing that. So that's all I'm feeling, that it just might take a little bit of time for people to kind of understand your flavor. Okay. Okay. Thanks. I think that is pretty spot on. Thanks for the heads up. I feel that's right. I work in government too. Okay. Oh, so there is lots of light coming in. And it's interesting, isn't it, that those that hold so much light are thrust into places that are not the most supportive of them, but that's because you're there to support others. So good luck with the job, Mark. I'm sure you will do fine. I feel like you're very, once you find your feet, you're very confident and capable. It's just, it's just about finding that one buddy that's like, hey, you're a bit of all right, you know, I get you. And uh, other than that, the rest of them can do whatever they're doing, can't they? So, alrighty. Okay, that's interesting. Rob, how can we protect ourselves when we sleep? The question is, do you feel in danger when you sleep? Because I don't feel in danger when I'm asleep, but I do understand that uh, there are spaces where you might be busy, or there's spaces where that you don't need to be in. So the reason why we go through the astral and up into the higher realms is because we don't need to be on the astral. Um, there's a lot of activity there, and I would set an intention. I would call my team in and I would ask to be taken straight to the higher realms, straight to the space of peace and love and learning and healing, and just trust that your team are taking you there. Your body, your body is governed by your guides as well. So I'm just tuning into what they, because some of this stuff I don't even think about. So, um, but you can also ask your team to watch over your body if you feel like your body is needing protection while you're gone as well. Okay. But it's all about bringing in light. It's all about intention. It's all about working with your team, and it's all about increasing your frequency. All righty. So I hope that helps, Rob. Okay. I'm just flipping up and down, so I'll just go with who I'm guided to. So, Antonia, my 8-year-old is seeing so much more spirit around. How can I help her not be afraid like I was at her age? Try not to instill your fear that you had from your memories on her. Okay. So it's important that for me, with my kids, because they were at a fairly impressionable age when I had a fairly intense um, dark night of the soul, like when all my shamanic stuff opened up and I was under relentless attack. And this is how I learnt about denser energies and how I learnt to release all my fear. So it served a greater purpose. But during that time, it was pretty heavy duty. Not only was I being attacked, and I'm not feeling like you're being attacked by any means. I'm just using this as an example. And there was, my house was marked. There was all kinds of stuff going down. It was very hairy for a number of months. And my kids have had experiences as well. And I have always asked them to call in Archangel Michael. Now, when you ask a child to do something like that, it's quite amazing to witness, because you'll see their reaction, because instantly they feel it and they're like, whoa. So when they become familiar consciously, because they're already connected, and eight's a pretty sensitive age where she could be quite heightened, but also everything's could be starting to dampen down a little bit because of society, because of the way we're geared, and teaching's geared, and all the rest of it. So I would just tap into that she's got a guardian angel, or if you want to work with the archangels, or a guide. She might even see a pet that's passed over, something like that. If there's anyone that she's talking about that you're aware of that is, light, just ask her to call them in. So once that connection's made consciously, then she'll know what's okay. So they're just showing me also when my daughter, when she was around that age, maybe a fraction younger, was seeing some earthbound spirits that was in. Okay, cool. Okay, this message has just come up, so this is going to validate what I'm about to say. Some earthbound spirits. Now, my daughter quite graphically was shown how the spirits died, and it did scare her. So, heavy weight on her chest. We tried prayers. Yeah, ask her to call the light in. Okay, call the light. Call one of her team in spirit in. The Archangel Gabriel is good with the children, and just see who she feels comfortable with. The other thing is, if she doesn't want to go to her grandmother's, then make sure that your mum comes to your house. Okay. So give her the option that she doesn't have to go there if she doesn't want to, if she's not feeling comfortable and safe. And I think that's the best way forward, personally. And then maybe you can tune into the space and see what's going on there, or give me a call. That's right up my alley as well. So I hope that helps. I did a house clearing, which was pretty awesome. So last fortnight, I spoke about that I was going to clear a morgue, that hadn't been a morgue for quite some time, but I did get to go and clear it. So normally I would have someone in the house and I'm on Zoom, and that's kind of how I go in. So this time, because it was a rental property and I wasn't dealing with the owner of the house, only the real estate agent, then I had to operate a bit differently. But it was good because she could validate things that they had, because she'd been in the house, so she felt all the spaces that had quite a lot of activity, and she could confirm that for me. So, and then she did a walkthrough afterwards, to validate that the work had been done, and she could feel the difference. So yeah, so there was quite a lot of activity there. So that was, I really enjoy that work too. So, okay. Yeah, so I hope that helps, Antonina, sorry. Yeah. Hi, Dan. Okay. Old friend back in my life. Are they genuine? Now, What's your intuition saying? Because this is all part of your lessons and learning, right? And if I say yes, they are, or no, they're not, it's going to alter what you decide. Now, it's your decision, it's your space, it's your discernment, it's your intuition. Okay. So they're saying get your head out of it. Get your head out of it. Thank you. Oh, Dan. I love a lesson. Don't we all? Don't we all? And they're just saying to go with what you're feeling. Okay. Be comfortable in your boundaries. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter who it is, if they're overstepping your boundaries and you've made them very clear and then you've reiterated them and then they overstep them again, then we have an issue, don't we? So, yeah, they're not giving me any direction for it because it's your direction to find. Okay. And it's your opportunity to practice what you've been learning. Okay. So, apologies for not giving you a direct answer, but you are the answer. Okay. Okay. Antonina says, many thanks. We did a quick clearing button, may need a deeper one. Yeah. Okay. What are we up to time wise? We might need to get started on the trance channeled transmission. So, okay, we've got a bit of feedback from Karen. Know what that means. Thank you. Yep, I just need to keep my awareness up. Beautiful. Okay. Hi, Rachel. All right, I think we're going to switch gears and go into the transmission now because otherwise we won't have enough time. So I hope you all stick around because this work's really important. This is about you receiving. This is about you expanding your awareness with spirit. So, like I've said before, thank you. I knew that, all of it. I guess I was trying to cheat. There's no cheating. We want to know. And I get that, but we can't also take away from your opportunity to grow. Okay. And plus, they're not giving me the answer. So. Okay. So like I said before, I've really got to switch gears, and it's like going from kind of second through to fifth, and you miss all the other gears. So it's quite interesting to shift in that fashion. If I was doing a class, then I would tune in and find out what's going on. This is a free fall. This is just me opening up and leaping off the cliff. And I don't know who's coming and I don't know what they want to talk about, but Spirit proves time and time again that they turn up every single time. So I trust in that. And a lot of this work and a lot of what you guys are going through is all about faith and trust. Okay. Learning to trust yourself, your own judgment, your discernment, and having faith that you are on the right track, that you are exactly where you need to be, and having that faith and trust that Spirit has your back. They have your side, they have your front, they are all over everything, and that everything is leading you into opportunities for your growth, but also to opportunities to release anything that is limiting you from your ascension and your higher awareness. Okay, so this moment they're just kind of giving me a bit of information now, which is nice because it'll lead me into the trance channel. So they're helping me to increase my frequency to make the transition easier. these times are incredibly interesting, and there is very little escape, for want of a better word, from doing your work. Okay. Uh, you they're showing me a hamster wheel, so there will be many people that you will see, and the more aware you become, you'll just see people repeating stuff over and over and over again, like Groundhog Day. And they might be quite disheartened over their life, or quite miserable, or angry, or sad, or whatever. And for them, there doesn't appear to be any shift, because the shift has to happen within. So take those opportunities with a grateful heart, because they're not there to punish. They're not there to, I was going to say, give you a kick up the backside, but sometimes it does feel like that. And I had an experience recently, and I've had lots of experiences regarding conflict and confrontation. And I think I've spoke about this last fortnight or whenever. Now, I don't shy away from any of that anymore, because I highly recognize that that is part of my lesson and part of my learning, and part of me processing my own emotions, and not taking on other people's stuff. It's not a reflection of me. And then being able to step forward into a space that is more resolved, in order to get that resolution. Okay. That's one of my lessons, or part of my lessons, so that I can communicate effectively in order to get that resolution, or put a full stop on things. Now, I don't shy away from it, because I understand what it is. Now, I know each and every one of you will have some kind of repeating something going on. So whether it's you've got to speak up for yourself, maybe you don't speak up for yourself and you get overlooked all the time, or you're not heard, or seen, and no one listens to you. Well, if you're not willing to use your voice, and willing to put in boundaries for people, then you will continue to attract those types of people, so that you get that opportunity to get comfortable with using your voice and asserting yourself. And it's not that we need to assert ourselves in a negative, demeaning, demoralizing way. It's just about learning to be comfortable with our voice, and use it in a positive fashion to support us, to support our truth. Okay. So that's just, you could have anything going on, but I just want you to look at the repeated patterns that are going on, because that's your way in. That's your way in to find out what the core wounding is, so that you can help heal it. And it's not to say that you won't get those lessons. They will come in time and time again, like a beautiful cycle. And you'll say, thank you. Thank you for this, another opportunity for me to get really comfortable with this, okay, with using my voice, or asserting myself, or putting my boundaries in place, or choosing me, not others, whatever it is, okay? So it's never there to punish. It's not there for you to be a victim of it. It's there for you to learn. It's simple as that. And when we receive it more gracefully and graciously, then it will be easier for you to move through those spaces. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Let's see what else Spirit has to say, because pretty much all of that was just channeled, but we're going to move into a different channel. So this space is me tuning into Spirit. So I'll increase my frequency. They will decrease their frequency, and there will be a merging, a blending. Recently, I've been channeling my higher self, because they're preparing me. They're preparing me to leave my body, and that they will govern my body while they're here for the transmission. I think I'm still a little way off, so I am still present here, but it is like I feel like I'm in a fairly deep meditation. Even if my body's aching, my back is very upright, regardless of what my core is doing or the lack of muscles in my core. My spine is very straight, and spirit leaves my body feeling better than before they entered. So there will be changes in the inflections of my speech and the tone of my speech as well. They use a different vocabulary to what I use, so you may notice that. Like I said, I don't know who's coming through, so we will see. Be open, uncross your body, prepare as though you are moving into a meditation, because that's the space that we will be going into. Make sure you're warm, make sure your phone's off, and just close your eyes. All you have to do is just be open, listen, and breathe. That's it. Spirit will guide you. Alrighty? Okay. So give me a second. It normally takes me a fraction longer on these spaces because I don't know who's coming. I've got a lot of white feathers. That normally denotes the Legion of Light, but we'll see what's going on. And I'll close my eyes because it's easier for me to focus if I close my eyes. So just begin with some gentle breathing and surrendering any pain or worry or stress, any imbalances, disorders that you have in your body, any disharmony on any level. And just visualize a large amount of light that is beaming into your space, and be open to receiving that light, knowing that you are connected and that you are that light, that you are worthy and deserving, and that you are loved. They're just referring to truth, that my truth may be different from your truth. But ultimately, the truth is something that rests within you. And this is what your discernment is based around. What resonates with you as truth in any particular time or space. And they are just highlighting that your truth is something that can and will alter along your path of reawakening, is what they're calling it. Because this is not something that is new to you in incarnations, that you already know everything that you are suddenly reawakening to. It's something that is already within you. Welcome, beloved children of the light. We are here. We are near. We are here to help you, to assist you, to guide you, to love you. For there are many spaces within yourself that you neglect, that you deliberately hide, that you dare not show other people. Now we see all those spaces, and we love you nonetheless. We see every aspect of you, and we do not impose any judgment upon you. So we ask, why are you judging yourself? What if you could bring those darker spaces, the hidden spaces, the spaces that you don't yet approve of, and bring them to the light and just see them for the space that they are just spaces that have not yet been loved. So, what if you could start shining some love into those spaces? And we understand that it makes you feel uncomfortable. We understand that you have hidden these aspects of yourself because you feel like they are not acceptable, either to yourself or to others. You are unique, but there is much about humanity that is the same. So are you willing to bring one thing, whether it be something that you don't approve of within yourself? Maybe it is a childhood issue, something you were told about yourself by another. And it may not even be the truth, but you have adopted it as your truth. It has become part of your programming. It is written. You have continued to write this. I'm sure there is one thing within each and every one of you that you could bring to the surface. So we ask that you open your heart and you receive our light. We are the collective of the White Brotherhood. And we ask that you receive the frequency through our words, that we are right there, present with you in your space. And allow our love to fill the space, to surround you, to envelop you. Allow yourself to feel the love. And maybe you could visualize bringing that one thing out of your body, reaching in as deep as you have to bring it out to the light. And what does it look like in the light? How do you feel when it is in the light? Are you suddenly feeling relieved? Are you feeling ashamed? What are you feeling? Are you nervous? Whatever emotion is rising, allow the light to diffuse it, to release it. And where has this hidden thing come from? Is it acquired from others? Is it something that you have cultivated yourself? And is it your truth? Does it align with the truth that you now know within you? Is it part of an old story? Does it serve you? How would you feel if you surrendered it completely to the light? What if you added love to it? Watch it morph and change and transform as you have the power within you for this to happen. And the more that you understand how much power that you hold, you possess within you, the easier it will be for you to transform your life into the highest possibilities that you can think of. So, how is that one thing looking and feeling now? Is it connected to something else, another experience, another aspect of yourself that you choose to keep buried, to not show others? For fear of being not accepted, of thought of differently, whatever it may be. So as you add the light and the love to that thing, that programming, the hidden aspects of yourself, and you see it and feel it transform before you. What is it now? What have you created? What have you cultivated with the love that you have within you? And this new awareness, this new understanding, this healing, this transformation, place it back within you. And feel it connected to your heart. And allow your heart to guide you. Love is always the way. And it begins with loving all the aspects of yourself. And then it will be easier for you to recognize all the other people that are doing the same. They have programming and hidden aspects and wounding. And it will be easier for you to accept yourself, but also accept others for exactly where they are in their truth, in their understanding. The path is never a one size fits all. The path is individual and unique, as individual and unique as you are, as all of you are. But the one thing that connects us all is the love and the light. And as you honor your love and light, you honor the love and light within every human being. And this unifies your energy. It helps you to understand the connectedness of all that is, that we serve not ourselves, but we serve the whole of humanity. And while we walk an individual path, the path leads for many to the same space. The people that you meet, the people that you already know, they are your brothers and sisters. And like any brother and sister, there can be fights and frustrations, but there can also be love and kindness. And not everyone is designed to stay in your life, and that is okay. So move into your heart. Understand your truth, what is right for you at any given point, and love yourself. Free of judgment, free of the critical mind, so that you may show the same love to everyone else. Together, you will all rise. Humanity will all rise. We are always with you. We are always near. And we have enjoyed being with you at this time. Remember to call upon us or any of your team for assistance when you need us. And just taking a few deep breaths, calling yourself back, just feeling your energy drawing in, starting to sense the space, feeling the air moving in and out of your body, feeling the heaviness of your body as you come all the way back, feeling Mother Earth and her tender love that she has for you. And just creating some gentle movement as you come all the way back, wriggling your hands and toes, taking a couple of deep breaths, having a stretch, and when you are ready, opening your eyes. Okay. Thanks, Michelle. So this is the space for you to offer some feedback, if you like, how you felt, how you went. Quite interesting, literally reaching inside of yourself for those hidden aspects, that wounding, the stuff that we don't want to show anyone. Oh, Dan, I felt like that was targeted at me, very helpful. It's interesting, this work, because whoever needs to be here will be here. It's the same as when I do classes. If someone misses a class or can't come for a couple of weeks, then, it just wasn't meant to be at that time. I've had classes before where suddenly I've got cancellations coming out of my ears, and it's because whatever's coming through is really only for a specific few, but most of the time it's for the collective of the class, but that does happen. So whoever needs to be here is here. Just trust that. And it's also available on the replay, so hopefully lots of people get to listen to it afterwards, because it's not time related. Okay, so Rob's feeling more at peace now. So am I. It always feels good. Antonina, thank you. Needed this tonight. That's really good to hear. Blake, wow, that light was definitely there tonight. Extremely vibrant and felt it releasing out of my hands and feet. Beautiful. A tingling feeling just before the release. That's fantastic, Blake. Good to hear. Okay, cool. After our session the other day, a few more things have come up. Tonight was perfect timing. Thank you. Well, that's really good to hear. And a lot of my work is about empowering you guys. It's not about that you have to keep running to me for things. Well, I'm open for that. It really is about showing you guys the power that you have within you so that you can do your work. So Karen, thank you. Very reassuring. That's really good to know. I think I got okay, Kylie. Oh well, felt like I fell asleep. It's interesting, isn't it? Because there's such a difference. Thanks, Karen. I call it that I've been taken out. So I very distinctly know that I haven't fallen asleep. It's like I've just left my body and I've come back. And that's what it feels like, out, in. But yet this space has transpired. Just know that if you do feel like that or you do fall asleep, that the frequencies are still working, okay? You're open to it. You're still receiving it. It's just happening on a subconscious level. So you haven't been there to remember it, basically. And that's okay. That happens. Rachel, thank you. And it resonated quite a lot. I know I hide a bit of myself in the shadows. Yeah. Okay. Jenny, thank you. Lovely, great as always. Thanks, Jenny. Okay, so honoring your truth, whatever your truth is at any given point, and this process that the Great White Brotherhood took us through, which was why I was seeing the white. I thought it was maybe the Legion of Light. To know that you have the ability to repeat that if you want to. If you have trouble getting into that space, just fast forward to, I think we were about 40 minutes in, and repeat this live again. It'll be on YouTube and it'll be on my Facebook page. So you can go and do it as many times as you like. So to help you until you feel more comfortable in that frequency and doing the work yourself. So spirit will always be there to support you through that. Okay. There is an additional amount of stuff that we are purging and moving through at the moment. And I've just looked at the time and it's 9:11. So just putting that emergency call out there. So please seek those areas where you feel seek a sanctuary, seek a peaceful space, seek a private space if that's what you want. I've been a hermit for I don't know how many years, because for me, this is my sanctuary and this is my safe space. Too many people, and I am challenged by too many people. I am challenged by certain environments are not the best for my energy field. So I tend to not go into those spaces. Work on clearing your energy field every day before you come home, and find those spaces of sanctuary. So whether it is gardening or a walk down by the river or in the bush, a bath, even a good book, something that's lighthearted, anything like that, to just offer yourself a space of peace, really, and rest. Yeah. So they are referring to the fact that there is a lot coming energetically for us. There is a lot coming for the collective as well. They just want to touch on before they go. So it might, and I'm going to use the word that someone else used before, it might appear like there's a lot of turmoil going on for a lot of people, but our job in our level of awareness is to make sure that we are clear energetically, that we're processing everything, releasing everything, and that we're anchored in our truth and our light, because we're the ones that are going to be helping all the other people, whether it's consciously or unconsciously, because that's part of our soul work. So for a lot of us, these spaces are preparation for us to do more work. And honestly, the work won't end. That's why we're here. So not only your own work, your own soul work, your own clearing, but the collective stuff. So they're going to go back to that. There's saying to the word to not fret, okay? We understand that there are times that can be challenging, especially in times of change and uncertainty. And it feels more, not only personally, a lot of you might have some swift changes that are happening. Just know that it's pointing you in the right direction, okay? Trust it. Trust where you're being guided to. But they're also referring to the changes that are going to be happening out in the world. Okay. They're not going to elaborate on that because we're pretty much out of time. So it's great that they've just brought all this in now. Yeah, so it is going to look and feel a little bit like turmoil, but it is part of the necessary process and the dismantling that will be happening over a number of years in order for the re-establishment of the higher frequencies. I just want to touch very quickly before I go, which is very interesting because this Lion's Gateway is connected to the alignment of the sun and the star Sirius, which is our galactic sun. And we're receiving all this light, but it's also connected to the pyramids of Giza. And recently I have watched The Mummy Returns, and whatever the other one is. I've watched documentaries about Egypt and about uncovering tombs, and a lot of my focus has been on Egypt. I have never been interested in Egypt before because I understand intrinsically that the pyramids are deactivated. Okay. I have a feeling that they are going to be reactivated in our lifetime, and it's probably not that too far off in the future. They are part of a Stargate, is what I'm hearing. So they were part of intergalactic travel to and from. So the Egyptians were not just what we see in history. Before that, it was a different civilization. So I'll just leave you with that little tidbit. That's where I've been kind of going lately, and have noticed the drawing towards watching those kinds of shows. So I know that there's something going on there. So, all right. I keep seeing 1717, so I will Google that and find out what that angel number is when we're finished. So thank you very much for joining me. Today's the 8th, so that will be the following Monday will be the 22nd. It's highly likely I won't be doing that one because it'll be straight after my weekend at Whispers from Spirit and Living Wellness and Psychic Expo in Bathurst. So it might be 3 weeks before I come back on. So that would look like the 29th. If I am feeling up to it, then I will do it. Maybe I'll just come on and do a little impromptu thing if I feel up to it. If not, then I'll definitely see you on the 29th. If you are interested in booking readings at Whispers from Spirit, just give me a contact. If you are interested in booking a reading or a soul guidance session or a house clearing, or a class or whatever it is that I'm offering, then just send me a message or contact me via phone. Thank you very much for everyone that has joined me. I've really enjoyed connecting with you, and I hope this has helped you in some way and that you honor your truth. Okay. And most importantly, just be kind to yourselves. Okay. So I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.